And welcome back to another episode of JP and the Beanstalk. And JP is still gone.
You're stuck with me for at least one more week.
At least one more week.
Yeah.
That we know of.
Yes.
Until Jordan pulls a fast one. I was like, no, I need another day off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes. How
Look at
dare
you,
he?
Jordan? Yeah.
How dare he
Yeah.
take care of his
kid.
child? So, yep, we're here. We're back for another round. And I remember going into this episode beforehand, once we got done with the last one, and I'm like, I have no idea what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
No idea. We're going to have to scramble.
The Lord answers, though.
He answered very quickly and in very rapid succession.
Oh, my gosh.
So, D23 is going to be the main topic for today.
Yeah.
Lots of trailers. And it's crazy to me that now D23 is bigger than San Diego Comic-Con.
It is the new San Diego Comic-Con.
Like, Marvel held back pretty much most of their stuff. They're like, we'll give you Ghost Rider because we heard about it. And then they're like, X-Men
Yeah.
over here.
Here's all the important stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vision Quest, by the way, that's going to be this year.
That's in like 2 months.
2 months. So we got Vision Quest. We've got an Ahsoka Season 2 trailer. We have X-Men cast and date announcement. And then we got a new Doomsday trailer,
Yeah.
which we go from no Doomsday trailer to trailer, 2 weeks trailer, and Jordan is crying at home.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Mainly from frustration and anger, because he doesn't get to talk about the second one, and he didn't get to talk about the first one
that's
either.
Brutal.
So hilarious that we get 2 trailers back to back. They've had this other trailer locked and loaded though for a while. This is one they've been taking to other cons, and finally they're like,
we'll release it now.
D23.
Yeah.
That's the move. Lots of animated and Pixar stuff, too, we're not going to talk about because that's not what this podcast is about. But Incredibles 3, that is superhero-related.
That's big.
Outside of that, I don't even remember and don't care about the rest of it.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
So,
yeah.
So D23 is the big stuff. And then we have a top 5 today, which is probably the hardest top 5 that I've ever had to do in my life. Which, again, hilarious that Jordan's not here for this because I feel like it's going to be one of those situations like throwback to the old days where we would do top 5s and I would forget something or someone that was super important for that top 5. And it would devastate me that it was not on my list because I forgot. So I'm praying that doesn't happen this time. I think I'm prepared. I'm still devastated either way. So without further ado, D23... Let's just go off the rip. I've got Vision Quest. We have a full trailer.
Yeah.
I was not expecting... to be honest with you, Vision Quest completely fell out of the back of my mind.
Yeah, I don't remember. I remember it being announced like 2 or 3 years ago, and then it's just been like nowhere to be found. And they're like, hey, here's a trailer. It comes out in 2 months. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and I didn't expect it for 2026.
No.
This is definitely a 2027 thought.
Yeah.
So...
100%.
What do you think?
It's interesting. I watched it a couple times, and it's kind of a weird concept. Like it's not in the it's taking place all in his head, if I'm understanding what the trailer was, or in the stone.
Yes. So it fits in the sense of like WandaVision was super trippy.
Yeah, it's true.
Agatha all along. Still haven't seen it. Have you seen it?
No.
I heard that was
I watched
trippy.
the first episode, and I'm like, not for me.
Witches. So I can confirm witches are not for me.
Yeah.
So I heard that one was trippy though too. So it kind of fits in the weird like trippy nature of because they have confirmed they're like this is the end of the trilogy.
Yeah,
so they considered this
the completion.
Yes.
The same vibe, same world. Yeah. I feel as long as they give an explanation for what's actually happening, like in WandaVision, it was like you don't understand initially, but then you're like, oh, there's actually something. Like this is taking place. There's a reason that this is weird.
But they waited like 2 or 3 episodes for WandaVision. I believe it was episode 3 where like, oh, this is actually what's going on.
Yeah, because I remember watching it and being like, what is this? And I stopped watching it, and then I had to re-watch it again because people were like, no, it actually turned out really good.
Jordan loves WandaVision.
Yeah, see, I hated it initially. I'm like, what is this? Why am I watching a black and white TV show right now?
I'm very middle ground on it.
Yeah.
But that's just not because that style's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. No, me neither. But I forced myself to watch it because it did get good at the end.
It was solid. It's a solid show.
The last 2 episodes were way good, but the first 4 were a little rough.
Back when MCU shows were like that set the tone for everybody to be like, oh, these can be really good. And then we had a couple good ones, and then it kind of a little bit. And then we went on the up and down ride.
And we're
back on track, though, I think.
Isn't this the last show, and we can talk about this later, I suppose, too, but that they've announced for the remainder of what's been announced right now, right?
From what I've seen, and we'll get into the slate later.
Right.
That's what it looks like. And
so they're moving away from TV shows potentially.
And I'm not surprised.
No, I'm not either.
By any means.
No, nobody likes TV shows except for Loki.
Well, I would say WandaVision was successful. Mm-hmm. Loki was obviously the biggest success. I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier was solid.
I thought it was good. People didn't like it, though.
Moon Knight was kind of hit and miss from what you got.
Yep.
She-Hulk was mainly miss. Miss Marvel, I think, was for a more niche audience.
It was a kid's show. I watched it.
Yeah.
And
then Daredevil. And Daredevil's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I think Vision Quest and Daredevil Season 3 obviously is coming out. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens after that show, or after the season for that show, if they continue down the season route or if they start taking Matt Murdock elsewhere. So
yeah, Midnight Suns.
But yeah, back to Vision Quest. It looks like it's all playing out in his mind. It's interesting to see because the casting will show you that it's all of the former AIs from Tony Stark are playing around in his noggin. So Friday is in there, Jarvis is in there. I thought it was really funny that the 2 arms, robot arms from like Iron Man 1, the ones that he yells at all the time, they're in there.
I love that.
And then, of course, the one you talk about here, James Spader, Ultron is in here.
Yes.
And I am so pumped. I'm watching this show for him, and I cannot voice that enough. James Spader is a phenomenal actor. Like, Age of Ultron, ups and downs aside, he was the best thing of that movie by far. The voice for Ultron was just perfect. And now to just see him play the prick of a father.
Yes.
Like, I'm so pumped.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Robert California himself, dude. I think it's funny to see how like they designed him almost like the big beard, the weird like side hair thing. It's like totally opposite of what you'd expect from what Ultron would look like. Unless you know obviously his voice. Yeah. But it's not like this big menacing. It's like a weird, awkward, happy like father that's just re-entered his son's life that the son really didn't know he existed.
And you know he's going to be just trying to corrupt him or take over the whole time. Like that's going to be his goal is he's going to try to come back.
100%. So
there is just something about the way Spader just delivers lines. Like even in this trailer, you're just like I always give Jordan crap for using way smarter words than he should. Because he does that, and he's not here to defend himself, so suck it. But he does that, and I'm
Sorry,
like,
Jordan.
And I'm like, at least he knows what the words mean. Yeah. Because I love my dad, but sometimes he'll just throw those words in and be like, what'd you think of that big word? I'm like, I know you don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. You don't know what that means.
At least Jordan knows what it means. Yeah. And he's like reading words of the day. I know
he was an English major in college, wasn't he?
I think he was. It just irritates me. And he's probably cackling in his chair right now listening to this.
He reads books.
But what a nerd. Yeah. All right, but so it just James Spader's the same way in the sense of he finds these brilliant words to just use, and you're just like, how do you just use it so well? Yeah. So it's gonna be so good.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it looks really good too. Like actually visually, I like the idea of like it's super bright and colorful, and it just I think it looks really fun to watch. Like it looks entertaining, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's gonna be trippy.
Yeah, that's what I think is gonna be fun.
And we also get Vision's other son coming into play here.
That was wild.
Which I will be very curious to see how it plays out in the real world compared to being locked in the brain. Yeah. But I also am curious because they haven't shown it. I would be very interested to see if we get like little bits of Bruce Banner shown and little bits of Tony Stark shown.
Yeah, because they designed him.
birthed him.
Yeah.
Well, they birthed Ultron,
Yeah.
but all of that is in there somewhere, right? So I'll be curious to see where that plays out.
Yeah. Do we think? Okay, I have a question now. Do we think that since it's so close to Doomsday, do you think he makes an appearance, or there's some sort of teaser, or it's like that it feeds in any way to Doomsday?
I don't know. Maybe.
He's such an OP character. It'd be hard, like, to not.
Well,
like, what's he doing right now, and why is he not a part of this?
the way that the rumors were about Wanda specifically, and how she's going to be, like, the rumors were heavily like it's going to be Tom Holland and her that are going to be like the two main like big, like
characters.
they're going to get their big shine moments here. And if she's there, it's weird if Vision isn't, because
he's the reason that she went kind of nuts,
right?
Ish.
Pretty much.
Her sons.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if Vision gets his kids back, like he'll be the ones.
Oh yeah.
They'll be the ones to bring her back to Earth and get her to flip. If she's depending on if she's with Doom or not.
If she's still alive.
Well,
I mean,
she's
we did see her kind of die.
If you see a death off screen, it's not real. Okay?
It was kind of on screen a little. You didn't see specifically, but you saw a big red flash.
A rock completely fall on top of her. And then, like, the witch from the Wizard of Oz, I didn't see her feet shake and then just collapse.
That's true.
We didn't see it. And also, it's magic. You can get away with whatever you want.
Yeah, they could make her die a million times and it wouldn't mean anything.
Or the way, this is what I'm really curious about, and we can get into it here in a second with Doomsday, but the timeline of all of it, right? Because with Black Panther 3 being announced, it puts a lot of things into question here because they're continuing the timeline of Black Panther.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you do here.
That one's a little safer, though, because it's a completely different, like, it's a different actor. They kind of have a fresh slate, depending on how they handled the end of it.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So I am actually super pumped for this show. I did not think that would be something that I'd say, but that trailer kind of hooked me because, like I said, WandaVision was good, but not something I'm, like, going back to wanting to rewatch.
Yeah, I haven't watched it again.
Honestly, my favorite episode of WandaVision was when she was actually Scarlet Witch, or she was actually Scarlet Witch, and she went back and you see the origin and like exploring that. I think that was like the second to last episode.
Yeah, her like home life and the bombs.
That was my favorite episode.
Yeah.
So, and then I never watched Agatha all along. Do I give it a shot? Do I?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think it's worth it.
I might just YouTube summary that bad boy up.
Just wait to find out if Agatha shows up in Vision. What's Vision Quest? What's it called?
Vision Quest, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
And then if she does, then you can Google it. If not, doesn't matter.
It's
just watch it.
Well, the other son's got to make an appearance.
Yeah, it's true.
The other son has to be making an appearance here. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll find out.
Not my pig, not my farm.
Yeah, that's
well,
right.
kind of my pig, I guess, because
you do have a podcast about the pig.
Something to I have to talk about it. But Vision Quest. Did you see an episode count on that at all?
No, I guess I just assumed it was 6.
It's got you say that, and then WandaVision was 9.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Why am I thinking it was 6?
I don't know, because back then they weren't afraid to
make more episodes, spend more money.
Right.
Actually make good TV shows.
Well, I've got 8 episodes.
All right.
That's what Google AI is saying is 8 episodes, and that is somewhat accurate.
Yeah.
So 8 episodes, I think that is plenty to flesh everything out. So good.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's end the shows on a high note if we're going to do it. So
100%.
I will be watching for James because James is one of the most underrated actors I think I've seen on screen.
I think he's fairly respected. He just doesn't
he's
take a lot of good roles.
But he's just not in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by underrated.
I think he's a kind of a typecast though. He kind of just plays. He's got such a voice that is so powerful that you can't put him in everything.
Have you seen him in The Blacklist?
Yeah. Dude, he's so good in The Blacklist.
Look, I watched like the first 2 seasons, I think, and then I kind of just stopped watching because
I think that's what everyone did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to get back into it, but he was so good in that.
100%.
And like, yeah. So, anyways, we could talk about him forever.
Yeah.
Vision Quest out October 14th.
Yeah.
So there we are. real quick, we will just lightly touch on Ahsoka season 2 trailer because you didn't see the trailer, nor did you see Ahsoka.
Nope.
I haven't seen Ahsoka. I did watch the trailer. The only thing noteworthy for me off of it, that sounds awful because the trailer does look
It's
interesting.
probably gonna be good.
Well, there's a lot of lightsabers and like some cool weapons and stuff. Like there's a bow and arrow that's got like a laser on the bow and arrow. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool.
You should have told me that, and I maybe would have watched it.
No, you wouldn't.
Maybe.
It's been in there for like 3 weeks, dude.
All right. Well.
Anyways,
We're gonna do
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever it is. Maybe a week.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Long enough to have watched it.
You could have watched
Yeah.
it. The important part,
Yeah.
why we're all sitting here, Hayden Christensen is force ghosting it up in this a lot.
Yeah.
You haven't seen the trailer yet. When you go watch it, he's half the trailer. Like, he is in half the trailer.
I respect it. I like him.
Because they do give you flashbacks of when Ahsoka's his Padawan. So he's, like, running around in the cold or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is kind of not something I thought Star Wars would explore. But the fact that they were able to be like, hey, Hayden, you wanna come back and just be a ghost hanging around? That's awesome. Because that's the one thing I wish we would have gotten from the Obi-Wan series.
Yeah.
Is because they do it at the end with Liam Neeson's Qui-Gon Jinn for Obi-Wan, where Qui-Gon kind of like hangs out for a little bit.
I did watch the first season of that. Is there only one season?
There's only one season.
Yeah, I did watch that then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I was disappointed. I'll say it.
Well, that's fair. The best episode's the last episode.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
They made some choices in that show.
Need more lightsabers, more action.
It's one of those things. I was listening to another podcast where some of these like sequel series or reboot series where they bring back the old guy, they are just dead set on making the old guy that they bring back just a bum.
Yeah.
They're like that's like the go-to, like, hey, we need to make this character interesting again. Bum. Like
that's a good point. I mean, you do see a lot of that when they bring back somebody that's older. Like, oh, he's just been sitting in a house for the last 30 years.
Yeah, they're two big points were Luke Skywalker and Indiana Jones.
I'd say Luke Skywalker for sure is the first one I thought of.
Yeah, and Indiana Jones is the other one that they brought up. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're right. You're on to something here. Mm-hmm. And, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Ahsoka coming out sometime this year, I think. I didn't write down the date because I didn't care. That sounds bad because I think it looks good.
Yeah.
And I know is it Thrawn?
I have no idea.
The bad guy in it.
Yeah.
Who's blue? I think it's Admiral Thrawn, whatever. The Star Wars people are going to come after me, dude. But he's supposedly a really badass villain, so I'm sure it's going to be great. So
as long as they have lightsabers, maybe I'll watch. Maybe if they actually do some fighting.
It looks like there's a lot of lightsabers or lightsaber adjacent stuff.
I'm cool with bow and arrows too, I guess.
Yeah. And then there was like one lady that was like absorbing I don't know, energy of some sort.
Interesting.
She looked really creepy though, so I wasn't gonna like dive too deep into that. But so anywho, that's Ahsoka. Watch it. Don't watch it. I'm not I'm the biggest Star Wars guy. So me
neither.
Yeah.
I think it was
We're
you have to like grow up in it, I feel like.
And I did.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's fair.
And maybe it's because the first Star Wars I had was the prequels. But
that's the same with me. I think the first Star Wars,
But I love the prequels. So it's
I don't mind
weird
them.
It's a weird mix.
Yeah.
But I
don't like the super in-depth otherworldly, like unless it's like Marvel where it's like kind of set place in America or the world now.
Yeah, Star Wars 1 boring. Star Wars 2 had some good parts, but there were other parts that were way too long. And then episode 3 is great.
Yeah, amazing.
So
out of nowhere.
Yeah. Honestly, looking back, you could have probably just done episode 3 and called it.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
But
2 and 3 maybe.
Anyways, the biggest surprise on the list, we'll just talk about it right now. Doomsday drops another trailer, and it is Doom focused.
Yeah.
So that first trailer, they're like, we're going to show you the whole cast. It's going to be Thor talking throughout the whole thing because we need our old school Avenger leading the charge. And this is like Vanessa Kirby's Invisible Woman speaking and be like, I remember what he was like before this, and then he lost everything, and now he's this guy. And then he just is a menace, dude.
Yeah.
So I will let you quote the Thor line.
Oh, I got to look it up.
And the Doom line.
He said something about, I I'm gonna make you wish you're gonna go to hell. Let me look it up.
You look it up.
Because it's gotta be perfect.
So here,
I got it.
Here's the other thing. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. If you've got it.
Thor says, "I swear you will beg for hell long before I grant it." And Doom says, "Hell answers to me." And that sounds way less cool coming out of my mouth than Robert Downey Jr.'s mouth and Chris Hemsworth's mouth, but still way badass.
And then raises an army of Sentinels. For
yeah,
shits and
immediately
giggles.
after. Yeah.
I find it interesting. Like, they were very specific that it was the Fantastic Four's version of Doom.
Yeah.
Right? Now, Doom was teased at in the first Fantastic Four movie and then never shown. They're like, Latveria is here, but they're not present. They're off doing their own thing. So I find it very interesting that they're like, yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
Right? And now if you look at the Doom suits, so if you look at the one they brought to Comic-Con, and then you look at the one they brought for D23, they are not the same Doom suits.
Interesting.
They are different. So
I didn't see that.
I think they were like, yeah, this is one of the suits we were going to use, but we ended up going with this one that they presented at Comic-Con. We're in the multiverse, people. Are we getting two Dooms? Because this is a theory that I've had more wished for than anything, because I have just been so dead set on, like, I love Robert Downey Jr., I love the character of Doom. If you only have him for 2 movies and that's it, you're wasting that character's potential entirely. And I don't think RDJ is signing on for another 10-year deal to play a villain.
He's getting old. He doesn't look like it, but he's getting a little
He
old.
wants to be done, too.
Yeah,
he's
I think so.
here because the paycheck
He's getting paid so much
was
money.
so good.
Yeah, 100%.
So I feel like if he's coming back in Marvel any way, shape, or form, that check has got to be either A, ginormous, or B, it's like some like, hey, we want you to be an AI.
Yeah.
Just as a nice little nod to what you did for us before.
Right.
You're going to be the next Jarvis.
Yeah.
And call it. Like, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Could I be wrong? Absolutely, I could be. If he's the main guy and they kill him, I'm going to be bummed that they kill him, but you know what? I get it because he's going to be the big kahuna.
There's no way they can kill him.
Well, they can.
Don't
say they can't, because they can. It would suck. But it would happen in Secret Wars. It wouldn't happen in Doomsday.
Right, so at least we'd get more than, yeah.
Yeah, he's winning in Doomsday. Doom is winning in Doomsday.
He's got to. But do they, though, after Infinity War, where they let Thanos win in Infinity War? There's got to be some weird, it can't be the same.
He'll win. He'll win.
Crazy.
I don't think people will die. I think if anything, it'll be like the ending, or it'll be like the lead up into the comic book, the newer version of Secret Wars, where you find out Doom saved the world because he pieced all these other worlds together to make one new world. But everybody that he was a part of that was essentially mind wiped and think they've lived in this world forever.
Yeah.
And then there was like 2 pods of people that didn't get affected by that and just show up, and then it's them. So like Reed now looks at his entire Fantastic Four family and sees that they're brainwashed by Doom and can't do anything about it, because of course
crazy.
The most Doom thing that he can do is make make Invisible Woman his wife, and then steal his children, which is
that's wild. It's absolutely crazy.
Yes. So, and then, people are like, oh, is Doctor Strange going to be his right-hand man? Because that's what happened in the comics, too.
I have heard theories about that.
Not super surprised, because they said Doctor Strange 2 is important to this movie, as well as when we last see Doctor Strange, he's diving in to stop the worlds from hitting each other, which is what is the catalyst for Secret Wars. So I would not be surprised if he cuts a deal with Doom on the side and is like, all right, fine, I'll help you. Let's save the world. And then turn on him later.
See, but that's kind of what he did with Thanos a little bit too, is he gave him the stone. I just feel like there's so many parallels. They have to do different stuff.
It's different though, in the sense of, with Thanos, he knew that eventually they'd come back and win.
So maybe he has to know here that this is the
he doesn't have the time.
Changes.
He doesn't have the time stone anymore.
He doesn't have it anymore.
I don't know. All the gems went shrinky. Bye. He doesn't have the time stone, so he can't look through time now.
Go shrinky. They went back to where they were.
That set, but the other set from their timeline, Thanos snapped and shrank them down to the atomic size, so you can't find them anymore. He got rid of them because he didn't want anybody to reset what he did. you find that out at the beginning of Endgame. Because they're
Yeah.
like, where is the gauntlet? And he's like, oh, you can't do anything about
Yeah,
it.
but then didn't they go back in time to get him back?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, he goes back in time, and then Steve...
I'm just trying to think if he has it in No Way Home.
And then Steve goes and puts it back.
Steve goes
the
and gives...
timeline.
Oh, yeah.
Because they do their whole time heist.
Well, no, but then they give it back, and then it ends up back in Doctor Strange, doesn't it?
I don't
Because
think
he's
so.
been given it by the Holy One or whatever her name is.
I don't think so.
Oh, all right.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I think they're gone. I'm pretty
it
sure
doesn't really matter.
some
anyways.
dude's going to be like, no, they're back in the blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah,
it's like,
they're
shut up.
probably done with the time stones anyways. I don't think it has too much of an effect on anything.
Yeah. But either
So-
way, I don't think he's going back in time. I think he's going to be like, this is my best bet.
Yeah.
And then hitches his horse and then regrets hitching his horse. It's going to
That's
be my
probably
guess.
what's going to happen.
I don't know.
I'll
But-
be interested to see. Yeah.
And also, they have showed his 4 Latvian witches. I think they've
Mm.
shown 4 or 5. And they haven't said who they are. So everybody's like speculating that it's going to be Wanda or Agatha or all
If
these other
Agatha
people.
shows up in this movie, I'm going to lose it.
I wouldn't be super shocked.
She can't have a big role, though.
You might be surprised. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's going to be gigantic, but if she's one of the witches on the Witch's Road, because they also talked about, or one of the Latvian witches, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised, because they also talked about Sylvie possibly being in here as well. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. There's a lot
I like
of
Sylvie. I'd
speculation.
take Sylvie over Agatha.
I'm not knocking it.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not picking one and being like, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Wanda works really well. The other 3 I think are up for debate.
Yeah, I hope they just bring in 3 random people.
I don't think that'll be it.
So then they have to. Okay.
So,
well, we'll
But
find
who
out.
knows?
Yeah.
I would like it from other like old school movies that we aren't even thinking of, and they're like, that'd be. A
Oh,
cool
remember
little
her
nod.
from? Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
like an X-Men.
That'd be cool.
Like that would be cool.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
I don't
here for
know.
that.
We'll
Yeah.
find out. We'll see. But yeah, Doom looks like a tank.
Yeah. There's the scene when he goes flying out of the building. Did you see that it was Mjolnir that you could see that knocked him out of that building? You know what I'm talking about? Where he
I think
comes
so, yeah.
flying out at the top, and then you can see there's like a frame where you can see Mjolnir is the thing that that they think that Steve threw Mjolnir at him, launched him out, and he just landed on his feet. And
Interesting.
Thor's there, and then he comes with
With
Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker.
Yeah. So that's wild. So then you know that either it's Steve or it's somebody else that can hold Mjolnir that can throw it. So either a
Crazy.
past Thor or Steve.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing that's coming out of these 2 trailers is nobody knows what the hell's going on,
No.
and there's so many theorizing.
Yes.
Where it's like everybody's gonna be talking about this till December, which
Yeah.
is what they want.
But do you think they drop another trailer closer? They have to. Like, I would bet maybe in the last November, maybe they'll drop
I
another
think it will depend because I think Spider-Man's gonna be in this movie.
one. Mm-hmm.
I think Wolverine's
You think
gonna.
Tom Holland Spider-Man's
yes,
going to be in this movie?
I think Tom Holland Spider-Man's gonna be in this movie. I think Wolverine, Hugh Jackman is gonna be in this movie.
Yeah.
I think
saw
there's
that. He was confirmed with Ryan Reynolds, I think.
yes, low key. I think Deadpool there. Hulk is also one that you have to consider to be in this movie, right? So
Yeah.
they have the big guns that they haven't shown at all yet.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
so it's either going to be like, hey, November, like around Thanksgiving, boom, here's the trailer. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Right? Get ready. It's coming in 2 weeks. Or they wait until like a week after and then be like, you want to know what you're missing out on? Hey, here's Tom Holland. Here's Hugh Jackman. Go
Yeah.
watch the movie. So
Yeah, I'll be interested to see. My guess would be that for this movie, it'll be primarily Fantastic Four, New Avengers, Steve Rogers, Chris Hemsworth, and that's going to be like the main characters in this movie.
I think it's
and
going
then
to.
they're going to bring. Tom Holland will have to be there.
I think it'll mainly be from what we've seen in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be mainly Thor and Captain America, and then I think the Fantastic Four are going to be your other big key part.
I don't think everyone else, like I don't think all the names that they've dropped, I don't think they're going to have huge roles in this movie. I think they're just going to prep it for Secret Wars.
No, I think it'll be like essentially 3 teams. You're going to have your team of X-Men, you're going to have your team of Fantastic Four, you're going to have Thor and Captain America and whoever else rides along with them, right?
So how do they establish X-Men before this movie though?
They're they're gonna establish it. Or you're saying like Sadie Sink and
Yeah,
the
like,
MCU version?
but like, how are they gonna have those teams when X-Men hasn't even been established? Like, you think they're gonna take time to establish the X-Men in this movie or a
No.
group of mutants?
I think they're gonna use the Fox X-Men.
Oh, they're gonna bring that.
Because that's what
they
they've
were
been teasing.
confirmed. Yeah, that's
So
a good
I
point.
think they'll use the Fox version X-Men because they can also get away with just killing them all off, and
Yeah.
it's just like they don't exist anymore.
What was the end credits scene where? Oh, it was Thor: Love and Thunder, where you saw Beast and who else was
No,
in there?
that was the Marvels.
That was the Marvels.
That was the Marvels because Spectrum
way
gets
worse.
stuck with Beast.
Yes,
in the
that's
X-Men
right.
universe,
Yeah,
and then runs into Carol Danvers.
yeah,
No, runs into her mom,
yeah. Her mom,
who
yeah, it
is
wasn't
Captain
her.
Marvel in that universe.
Yeah, that's what I'm remembering.
You know what's even funnier? They released a whole like slew of, hey, these are the stuff that's important to watch before Doomsday.
Yeah,
Marvels was not on that
that's because
list.
nobody watched that in the first place. They couldn't.
Hey, I think it's a solid movie.
It's okay.
It's better than the first one.
It is better than the first one. However,
That has
it's
a-
a very like feminist, like if we work together, we can do it kind of vibe.
That's not just a feminist thing, though.
Yeah, it's true, but the fact that it was all females made it a little feminist.
Teamwork feminism.
No, but it's like I don't know.
No, I think I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's not. Yeah, it's got an agenda. I guess that's the way I'm saying it.
See,
It
and
felt like
I
it was
didn't
an
get that
agenda.
vibe.
Hmm.
I was just happy they gave Brie Larson's Captain Marvel a personality.
Yeah,
That was nice.
That's a win. For
That was a
movie.
huge W
Yeah.
because they didn't do that.
It was
prior.
way better than the first one, but still not.
They're like,
great.
what if we, actually gave her a personality? That'd
Yeah.
be great. And then it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, why didn't you do this
the first time.
every other appearance?
Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah,
But they gave her a short haircut, so
although I believe, okay, so
they went away from it. But they didn't need a personality if you have a pixie cut.
That's fair enough. Okay, but here is the other thing though. They did say WandaVision is important, I believe, to Doomsday, and Spectrum does make her appearance
That's where
in
she was
WandaVision.
initially a part
Yes,
of.
that's how
yeah.
she gets her powers, is from Wanda. So
Yeah.
maybe that's the connection. Not 100% sure, but
I'm here for it. Let's
what
go.
is there any other like multiverse things you see coming into this outside of the X-Men Fox universe and the
think-
Fantastic Four alternate
I think Spider-Man's on the table. I think
alternate Spider-Man?
Yeah, I think the end credits for Spider-Man when they had the little Spider-Man finder in space. I think that's either a hint that for whatever reason, like why would Tom Holland end up in space in the first place? This movie's not taking place in space. And so are they bringing another Spider-Man to this world?
See, I look at that though, and I'm like, if they really wanted to tease Tobey Maguire, they would have had 2 Spider-Mans pop up.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I don't know. It'd be kind of sick if we got like a live action Miles Morales for whatever reason.
Yeah,
and
I think they're going to save that for Spider-Man 5.
You think they're going to bring in a Miles?
I think they're going to wait a while.
Yeah, they could.
Because Tom has been like talking about how he wants to hand the mantle off, and I
Yeah.
don't think he's done playing Spider-Man anytime soon.
No, I
Nor
think he signed on for
should he.
6 movies, I
Yeah,
thought.
and he shouldn't be done.
No,
Let
he's
that
young
man go.
enough. He
Yep.
looks young. Yeah.
Let him go.
Did you know that this is kind of back to our last episode, but he was wearing a wig in Spider-Man Brand New Day?
No, I didn't know that.
That was not his actual hair.
Huh?
Yeah. Just a fun fact. saw that on YouTube earlier this week. So
Well, okay, so here's the other like rumor that I heard, right, is that the focus for Secret Wars will be Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
I hate that.
And it's just those two
I've
getting
heard,
everybody back.
I've
Now,
heard that as well, and I hate it.
I don't think they will because I don't think you want the two like nostalgia picks to be
Yeah.
your saviors. I think you
Yes.
want your newer modern day. I could see Tom Holland Spider-Man being one of them,
Yeah.
and you pick your other like foundational piece. Sure,
Yeah. I could see like a Tom Holland and a Falcon now.
possibly.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
I could
solid.
see that.
Which their relationship's hilarious. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
all
think it'd be
for
hilarious. Yeah.
Frank again.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
Frank going to the
100%.
multiverse. With
Oh, it'd be awesome. Yeah.
Deadpool would also be a great pick. I think they're gonna go for somebody younger that they want to keep around.
Yeah.
So, could it be Jean Grey?
I don't know. You're not a fan of this Jean Grey right now.
That's not what I said. I said I didn't like her as a villain. I look, we're gonna get into the X-Men here in a second. No,
Too soon.
we're fine.
Too soon.
You're twisting my words. So, my point is, whoever you want to pick as your other, like, hey, these two are gonna be your main focuses for the future. I think that's who you pick.
Yeah, they kind of tried to do that at the end of what movie was it? At the end of was it Civil War, where they had like the new Avengers forming, and then it like never actually turned into anything.
Yeah, but if you look at, I think of Endgame, right? Yeah. Who were your main focuses? It was
OGs.
It was Captain America and Iron Man going back in time heisting.
Yeah.
Ant-Man went with them for a little bit, but then it went to just those two, which makes a lot of sense. And then Thor, your third one, was doing everything else, not going through time to get them all prepped and ready to go.
Yeah.
Right? So I think you're going to pick your next generation, whatever that looks like. And it might not even be 2. It could be 3. It could be 5. Maybe one of them is Vanessa Kirby because she's your strongest Fantastic Four pick by a mile. I could also see it being Mr. Fantastic, so it's probably going to be one of those two. I think you pick an X-Men character.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be a Fox X-Men character.
I don't think it can be. I think it's got to be Jean Grey.
Unless it's Ryan. It's Deadpool. It might be Deadpool. I
think that's a different tone for this movie.
I don't think it will be.
Yeah.
I don't think. But the rumors for Deadpool is he's going to be more serious.
That's interesting.
Yes.
I don't know if that's a good spot for him.
We'll find out.
We'll find out, yeah.
We'll find out. And then I think Spider-Man is your other focal point. Yeah. So I think you pick... I look at it that way. You pick your future.
Yeah.
I would even go on a limb and say, hey, maybe our new Black Panther shows up here.
Yeah, that's a good... But I feel like you either... If you're taking one from each, like you took an X-Men, a Fantastic Four... a Deadpool and a Tom Holland, like you almost Black Panther would almost have to be a Tom Holland-ish character.
Yeah, possible. I don't know what you do.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
either.
I think they're going to focus on their future pillars rather than having Steve and Thor be the ones to save the day again.
Yeah, I think that was a good, like having Tony and Steve in the last or in Endgame. That was kind of their way of being like, all right, this is it for us, and they're obviously back.
Yeah.
But it was a good, like, this is a foundational piece. This is how our story ends until they decide they want more money and bring it back. But, yeah, I don't know. I think that's a good way to look forward rather than be nostalgic when it comes to making an ending movie or a big foundational movie.
It'd also be cool if they, like, somehow passed off their mantles to the next people who are going to play their characters.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be dope.
Doesn't it feel like Tom Holland's like still just became Spider-Man a little bit?
That's because he did.
Yeah.
Let's not get into that again.
Well, no. But I'm saying like it's been 10 years and it still feels like he's not quite an Avenger. And I think that's what it's supposed to feel like.
He doesn't want to be. He shouldn't want to be.
No, but I think it's just funny. It's like he's been around for a really long time and it still feels like he's the next Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like he's... I just think it's wild. I'm just a big Tom Holland guy, all right? I can't get over the last episode.
Do you have anything else from the Doomsday stuff?
No. I saw one thing that was talking about how his like gloves were enchanted, or the gauntlets were enchanted, and that's all that. And I just think the magic stuff is going to be interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting touch.
It will be fun. Doom is a great villain in the sense of he's like the perfect mix of magic, science. He kind of just learns whatever he needs to get an advantage.
Yeah.
And it works every time. Well, it doesn't work every time. It works.
It might.
If it wasn't for his ego, he probably would be more successful at what he does. And that's why he's such a good foil for Reed, who stays in the science realm and doesn't really delve into the magic. Yeah. That gives him his edge against Reed, who's league smarter. Leagues might be aggressive, but Reed is smarter than.
But he has ethics and values. That's
correct.
The issue.
Well,
that's issue, I should say. He's maybe a little.
Reed gets a little tricky though sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other versions of Reed who don't stay on the ethical side.
That's fair.
Anyways, but yeah, it'll be a lot of fun to see that, and I'm hoping that with his magic, it's a little bit cleaner. Because
Yeah.
I feel like watching Doctor Strange do it all, cool. But I've said it on this podcast multiple times before, a little too robust, a little too kind of
Yeah.
like...
You just don't really, like, you want to understand what's happening a little bit, and it'd be kind of cool if Doom was just powerful to be powerful.
Yeah, and I think that's
And-
what we're going to get.
yeah, I
from what
hope
we've
so.
seen. Like,
Yeah.
just watching the magic go through the ground to activate everything,
Yeah.
or, like, seeing the gauntlets light up when...
When he catches Stormbreaker.
Right, and
yeah.
Stormbreaker's enchanted as well. So,
Yeah.
it's going to be really interesting to
I'm
see.
excited. Yeah.
So, with that, we're going to move right into the X-Men because that movie got announced for May 5th. Hold on, I have it here. Where is it at? May 28th.
Okay. Of
Of
2027.
2028.
2028.
2028. Sadie Sink is coming back. We've got her. We've talked about Samara Weaving being Emma Frost.
Yep.
We have, I believe, Kit Connor
Yeah.
as Cyclops. I haven't seen him anything. He looks
Nope.
like a good fit for the role.
Similar age to,
Yes.
as we were talking about last episode. to
And then
Sadie
this is
Sink.
where I'm going to have you pull up the link because I don't remember the other ones.
Yeah, we got Indy. Can't pronounce her last name. Navaretti.
Yep.
She was the one in Obsession recently that just came out. She's been in a few different things, maybe.
She's the one who talked about wanting to play Mystique.
Yeah.
And then she knew that she was casted as Rogue, so she was just playing on
That's
your brain.
genius.
Which
honestly.
those two characters do have like a very complicated past, of course,
Yeah.
because Mystique was like her mother figure for a little while.
Yep.
So
So you have her as Rogue, Maya Boyd as Storm.
she looks like she'll be a phenomenal Storm.
Yeah, she fits that character for sure. And then you got, I think that's it. No, Charles Xavier is Christopher Abbott.
Never
Haven't
seen him in anything. I
And
found out that he's dating the actress who played April in Parks and
Oh,
Rec. Or
really?
married. They might be married now. I don't know. I think they're
Interesting.
having a child.
Oh, good for them.
Look, double check me on that.
I definitely did not think
But
she
I'm
was
pretty sure.
straight, to be fair. But I think that's like an actual thing. Like,
Well,
I think-
she was married and then her husband died
Oh.
very
poor girl.
tragically.
Yeah, that sucks. Big one though, Mr. Sinister.
This is the biggest one.
Yeah.
And this is
Adam
the one
Driver.
I want to focus the talk on because
Holy
dude,
cow.
I am so pumped that we are getting Adam Driver as Mr. Sinister because
Dude.
look, his first go around as a villain in a major franchise, Kylo Ren,
Yeah.
on paper, awesome. Execution, not his fault
No.
because that direction of those movies was a awful mess.
I still like him. I'll say it. I'm kind of pro the sequels.
It was an awful mess.
Yeah.
But he was not a bad part of those movies.
No, I think he shined in those movies. I thought he did really well. I think the plot was horrible and his dialogue was pretty rough.
I think he worked with what he had.
Yeah. I think that his command presence, like he just
And
he
now-
commands authority.
And now we're getting the director from the Thunderbolts taking
Yeah.
over the X-Men, who has shown that he can handle a darker, grittier story
Yep.
and still make it kind of lighthearted because that's what he did with the Thunderbolts.
Yep.
And now we're getting that with the X-Men, which I think is the perfect tone
100%.
for X-Men and the perfect tone for Mr. Sinister.
Mm-hmm.
This dude, Adam Driver, I'm going to tell you right now, that is going to feed generations.
Yeah.
That is like a perfect casting. Mr. Sinister is such a dope X-Men villain. And, crazy, you pick an X-Men villain for an X-Men movie. Weird how that works.
I thought we were done with this.
No, but you started it. Phenomenal. Like, it's going to be great. And, I mean, this is the one villain I think all the X-Men fans have been, like, wanting to see next.
Yeah, it's shocking we haven't seen him yet.
And here's the beautiful part about Mr. Sinister. You could technically kill him off, and it'll be fine because he makes clones of himself all over the place.
It's wild.
So, yeah, it's kind of it messes with your head a little bit, Mr. Sinister, and he just does that. So it'll be interesting to see, too, if he's, like, as obsessed about Jean Grey and Cyclops' genetics as he is in the comics. Because
I hope so.
that's just him. So, dude, I'm pumped.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think they've got great casting so far. We'll see. I haven't seen. I feel like Marvel's in a really like interesting place where they're picking up all these young and up and coming actors that haven't been in much and haven't had much experience, and so they'll like it's a great spot for them to be in because it's not like we're having these characters that have past histories that we're recognizing as this specific thing. It's like no, they're starting off. Besides Adam Driver, he's obviously got a history.
Well, I feel like we are finally out of the post-pandemic, current pandemic, streaming blitzkrieg that we had.
Yes.
Because during that time, everybody was staying home. They couldn't release it into the theater, so we're like, we're going to just make stuff for the shows and for Netflix and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then they got to the point where they were like flooding us with content
Too much.
that we couldn't keep up with, and that was half-baked because they just wanted to make sure. And I think part of it, too, is they panicked a little bit. They're like, we have to stay in business, too, here, so let's make a ton of stuff because even if something doesn't fully hit, at least we're making some money in some way, shape, or form. I think they finally calmed down, and I feel like Bob Iger coming back to take over Disney kind of put Kevin Feige in a better spot again because he's like, oh,
we're okay.
He's going to let me do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And you kind of see Kevin getting back into his bag because you look at Spider-Man, you look at that X-Men cast, and by the way, Kevin Feige produced the first X-Men movie, or was a producer credit on that movie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. So X-Men runs way back with Kevin.
Yeah.
So,
he cares about it then.
Yeah. Yes, this is going to be handled with care.
Yeah.
So to have that, you're getting Ghost Rider. We're going to be in an interesting little time of movies, but I think we're getting back into a groove here.
I think I forgot to mention this. I did watch Ghost Rider in the last 2 weeks.
I have not seen it yet.
I just watched it because I'm like, we were talking about it. And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Absolutely horrible movie. But I watched it, and it was entertaining, but it was horrible. Like Nick Cage had this southern accent the whole time that was not believable whatsoever. And it was the girl from the other guys, also not believable. It just, horrible movie. But I think that there's hope. I think that that's fine. Like a horrible movie in the past is good because then my expectations are low for the next one.
Well, they made a second one too, you know.
I'm not even going to. I did notice that, but I'm not going to watch it.
It's on my list. Just to watch.
It doesn't have to be. You don't have to put it on your list. It's
one
not
of those
worth
things, though,
it.
that I know going in that it's probably not going to be like the best movie in the world.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah. I still want to see it.
Yeah, that's fine. You can watch it.
It's on my list.
It's disappointing.
Just for the sake of like this podcast.
It's a short movie too, so it's like it doesn't really take up that much time. It's
got to be better than Craven.
No, it's not. But I also like have a weird love for Craven.
Yeah, you're
I'll
weird.
say I do like Craven a little bit. Anyways.
Yeah. So
sorry, off topic.
You're fine. So with X-Men being announced, here's the full like MCU slate as of right now. Okay? Because I think there's some interesting things to pull from this. Okay. Vision Quest, October 14th. That is that is a TV show. We already talked about. Doomsday's coming out December 18th of this year. And then we go to 2027. Daredevil Season 3 is probably going to show up again in March. Obviously, that's being made right now. If everything is on track where it should be, I'm guessing.
They said they want it to be a yearly thing.
Yes, so I would say March has been on track. They have not released a date yet. And then the only thing movie-wise announced for 2027 is Secret Wars. That is the only thing announced for 2027. Daredevil in spring, Avengers at the end of the year. Okay, then we get into 2028, and that's when we get X-Men in May 28th of 2028, Ghost Rider July 28th of 2028, and then Black Panther 3, which is December 15th of 2028. Okay, so here's the other stuff that's been like confirmed or lightly confirmed. No dates yet, but they're being produced, right? Spider-Man 5, obvi. Shang-Chi 2. Deadpool 4. Ryan has come out and said that he is working on it. So when that comes out, my guess is 2029,
So Deadpool lives.
2030. Come on. Fantastic Four 2. That one's kind of a more of a rumor, but kind of like, yeah, of course we're going to do.
Yeah.
This one makes me laugh. Armor Wars, that's been in like limbo for
Yeah.
10 years.
What was it called before? It wasn't Armor Wars.
No, it was always
like
Armor Wars.
Machine something. No?
They always pitched it as a War Machine show.
War Machine, yeah.
But they called it Armor Wars, and it was a show, and they're like, now we're going to rework it into a movie.
Dumb.
And the concept was kind of cool in my head, but I don't think that'll...
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's going to get made. I didn't even put Blade on this list, because I think Blade's just done, dead in the water.
Yeah.
And then Nova has been talked about, and that's a movie, not a show.
I'm content with that. I love Nova as a character. I grew up with him on was it The Amazing Spider-Man the show?
Okay.
And
Not
he was
at all what I was expecting from you, but
no,
you know what? I'm proud of you.
He was so good.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, he's a great
Was
character.
it Richard Rider?
No, I don't think so.
Or was it like Sam
I think it was Sam. Yeah, it was Sam.
something? I can't remember.
It's
his
a
last name.
good if you want a good cartoon Spider-Man to watch, that's a good one because it's got like him, White Tiger, Power Man, and Spider-Man all kind of on a team.
Okay.
And Iron Fist, yeah. But it's a good show, good comedy, voiced by Drake Bell from Drake and Josh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyways,
but yeah, 2027 is dead.
is that so? Remind me, is that how it was after Infinity War though? I think Endgame was the next movie to come out after
There was
Infinity War.
no. There's a Spider-Man movie in there.
Oh, that's right.
No Way Home was in between there. Wait, no,
No,
not
because
No
it
Way
was
Home.
after the blip.
No, sorry, it was Far From Home. There's a Spider-Man movie in between there.
No.
I'll Google it quick.
Google it. 'Cause
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think they would have had a movie after in the middle of a blip. I think the next Spider-Man movie was
I see what you're saying.
post blip.
Okay, maybe it was.
I think you're right. I think there was a movie. It's not. I can't remember what it was. There was something that came out in between, I believe, but I could be wrong. I also wouldn't be surprised if there was nothing. But I remember going to Infinity War and being like, "Oh, Endgame next time or whatever," and you just don't.
Okay, so 2 movies came out in theaters between Infinity War and Endgame.
What?
Ant-Man and the Wasp,
That's dumb.
which does make sense though,
Yeah.
because it sets up his role for Endgame. Again, this is according to, Google again. So, and then Captain Marvel, which was a prequel, so that doesn't really count.
That came out after Infinity War. They dropped Captain Marvel immediately following.
That was March of 2019.
Gosh,
That's what that says.
Crazy.
But now I'm questioning my dates.
Yeah.
Double check me. 'Cause
Yeah.
now I'm not sure either. I would not be surprised if Ant-Man and the Wasp happened in between the Avengers movies, but that seems like a late release.
Yeah. I feel like there's nothing. Let's see. So you had Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Endgame. Yeah. That's right. And then Far From Home, WandaVision, Winter Soldier,
so
Loki.
2.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That makes no sense to me.
Infinity War came out in April. That's crazy to me. Endgame also came out in April.
Yeah, I don't understand why Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel were both not great movies.
At least Ant-Man and the Wasp had some tie-in, lead-in
Yes,
for Endgame.
a little bit, but not enough. Like I don't remember ever. Like I didn't see Ant-Man and the Wasp in theaters.
Technically, it actually was huge if you think about it, because of the
Yeah.
freaking whole concept of the
Technicality,
quantum realm.
Yes, but you could also just like watch a YouTube video and.
Well, that's fair, but
Yeah.
and then Captain Marvel, again, I think it was just to help set up her presence being more important.
That's
in
crazy.
Endgame.
Dropping a banger and then 2 duds and then another
But
banger is
at
crazy.
least- Whether you want to or not, they did at least have some significance for Endgame.
They probably sold tickets because of that.
Probably.
Yeah.
So it's
smart.
it's weird though that we don't have any announcements,
Yeah.
because I don't think Daredevil's gonna play into Secret Wars.
No, I think Daredevil's on his own world right now.
Yeah, I
doing
think
its
they're
own
keeping it.
thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
straightforward.
They haven't made him powerful enough to be in that movie yet. I don't think
he can still work, man.
I think he can. I think he could, but I just don't think they've done that for him. In the comics, I think he's way more powerful than he is in the show right now.
We'll see.
Yeah. Anyways,
we'll see. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm wondering if they've got something up their sleeves that we're just not aware of.
D23 next year, I guess.
Be too late. Honestly, it kind of is weirdly poetic though. If they're like, we're not going to release anything, and then
I'm
you
here
just have
for
to
it.
sit in it for a year.
That's better than releasing Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. So, well, with that, we're going to go right into our top 5.
Let's do it.
So it's time for another JP and the Beans talk. Top 5. And today,
don't look at my list.
we are doing, I didn't even see it. We have top 5 mutants. So not X-Men, not Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. It is just straight up mutants. And that is why it's the hardest list I've ever had to make, because to winnow the X-Men down to, or to winnow mutants down as a whole to 5 best ones, oh, it's like picking your favorite kids.
I'll be interested to see if we have anyone that crosses over. I think you'll probably have more obscure characters than my list.
There are at least, there's one on there that you're going to be like, how is that not on your list?
Okay.
And
I don't know, though, because I'm not a huge X-Men guy, so my list might be a little goofy,
trust
too.
me, there's one that should probably be on both of our lists.
All right.
So,
I think I know who it is. I have a guess.
anyways, with that being said, why don't you kick it off? Number 5, Soul.
Yeah. My number 5, Cyclops.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he's just a cool character. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. I think his suit in Doomsday is going to be sick.
I love the 90s look.
It looks so good. The cartoon, the X-Men 97, 87? 97. That show, he was just such a badass. I don't love, what's that actor's name that played him?
James Marsden?
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of James Marsden, but I think they kind of did him dirty.
They did him completely dirty.
Yeah.
Cyclops, honestly, Cyclops' character in the comics and in the movies is just done dirty over and over and over again. They make him a womanizer.
Yeah. I think he's kind of cool.
And a cheater. They make him like all this stuff when at his core he's like the leader of the X-Men.
Yeah.
And he's sick. Like he's your Leonardo of the X-Men.
Yeah.
When it comes,
I'm here for it.
That's the comp.
Yeah.
And he just, the X-Men movies, they just didn't use him.
No, and honestly, like his power set is a little obscure, but in X-Men 97, the show, having him jump out of was it a helicopter or a plane?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the show?
I haven't seen 97 yet.
Okay, well, they have him jump out of either a helicopter or a plane, and then he uses his what's it called? It's not X-ray.
The optic beams?
Yeah, the optic beams. Yeah, that's crazy. Hear that, Jordan? Riley's getting smart over here. Optic beams. To brace his fall though, like he did that. That's so sick.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, they do him dirty though.
Well, and then everybody else was like, "Oh, he shoots lasers." No, he shoots concussive blasts.
Yeah, they don't actually go through anything.
They
just hurt.
They knock you back real good.
Yeah,
they don't feel good. It's like getting punched in the stomach from far away.
I feel like they just choose when they want it to be a concussive blast and when they want it to rip through something.
But also the Doomsday trailer with him being announced and then him taking out the glasses,
and
shooting
just
it off.
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah.
No,
see, I'm here for it.
Dope.
Yeah, that's my number 5.
Okay, fair enough. My number 5 is Gambit. I love me some Gambit. Right? We can even talk Channing Tatum's
use the
ridiculous.
accent, please.
I can't.
Please.
I don't even know how. But Gambit's awesome. I'm not even going to take out like the Channing Tatum, or I'm not even going to use the Channing Tatum as my like crutch for that. Like his action scenes in Deadpool and Wolverine, phenomenal.
Oh, yeah,
and I can't wait to see him go up against Shang-Chi because that fight should be clean, dude.
Yeah.
It should be clean. But I also go back to X-Men Origins Wolverine, where they decide to use Gambit. Also sick.
Yeah, that was way cool.
Gambit just has this like charm to him where he's got like you can't trust him fully, but you're like, but I want to.
Yeah.
Like he's just a good guy.
You just want to hang out with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good time. He might cheat you here and there, but
it's worth it.
It's worth it. It gives you something to fight about later.
Yeah.
And also, power set, sick. There are, like, to watch the purple charge go through the cards and just see him chuck them, satisfying. And the bow staff, being able to charge that up. Like, the kinetic energy, his power set has always, like, been, like, one of the cooler powers in all of comics.
Because it doesn't really have to do with the cards. That's just kind of his weapon of choice.
Yes.
Which is cool.
And I think it's just because it's easy to carry around.
Yeah.
And he can just chuck it and...
That's cool.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much turns anything he wants into a ticking time bomb.
I'm here for it.
It's sick. Gambit's my number 5. Number 4. I had to include her on this list because she's an absolute monster. I've got Storm at number 4. I've always been a fan of Storm. I think about when I was younger playing like Marvel Ultimate Alliance and I saw Storm come up and my dad's like, you should try her out because she's sick. And then you're summoning lightning and hail and you're like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Right. And Halle Berry nailed Storm. Fantastic. I wish we would have gotten more of her. Storm is one of those characters that, like, when you look back at the X-Men Origins movies, like Wolverine getting his, she deserved one almost as much as Wolverine did because her character is so cool. I wanted to see her show up in Black Panther. I would have loved to see T'Challa with Storm because they're married in the comics. Power couple, dude. Out of all the power couples, I'm hoping this iteration of Storm has the accent because that would be also sick.
Yeah.
Because she is from Africa. That's what the one thing I hope the new X-Men movies do is the accents, and I hope they do them correctly. Okay.
Yep.
That's a sidebar for a different day. But I'm such a big fan of Storm. Omega level mutant. Can't talk any other good things about her. Just too many.
Yep.
So I've got Storm at 4.
Come on. All right. My number 4, I've got Wolverine.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like, there's not much you can say about it. Well, the video game actually looks sick.
It's Wolverine, dude.
Yeah. It's way cool. He's so cool. I like him better when he's not super short, but I get it because he's short in the comics. But in the X-Men 97 show, they do him dirty, and I'm sure that's how he's been done. What was it, Deadpool and Wolverine, when they show the little short one? It's like the comic accurate Wolverine. And it's just like this little nub like walking around.
He's like, yeah, this is what you wanted?
Yeah. So I think like they do him dirty, and I don't even think they do him dirty. I think they did him right in the movies with Hugh Jackman as opposed to what he probably should have been in the comics.
He's in the comics, he's 5'4".
Yeah.
300 pounds. Because of the metal skeleton.
Yeah.
But it kind of works in his favor, the height, a little bit, in the sense of, like, if you had Wolverine at 6 foot, nobody would mess with him.
Yeah.
But, like, him being, like, 5'4" and him getting jawed at a little bit kind of just adds to the angst. Like, you could be
like 5'7" though.
He's
and
got
it's like
short guy angst.
Yeah, he does.
And it works for the character. Also, watching Colossus chuck him, like the fastball special, I'm hoping we get that again live action. That'd be great. But
maybe it's something. Can't be in Doomsday.
I mean,
it's too hokey
not gonna
for
be,
Doomsday.
It's not gonna be 5'4" Wolverine doing it, but
No.
I do want to see the.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
It doesn't have to be hokey. It will be clean. If
I
they
don't
do it
think
right.
you can make it not hokey,
dude. It'll work as long as they don't be like, hey, fastball special. If they do it like
check this out.
if they do like a natural thing where Wolverine's just falling and he's like, hey, and then he just like chucks him. See, that would work.
Nah, I don't know.
You just gotta do it right.
Yeah, it's true.
But
so he's my number 4. My number 3 is Gambit for the same reasons that you mentioned.
Look at that, we got one.
Yeah, we got one. Just a really cool character. I'm here for it. I like his accent. I like his character. And the
we need more Cajun accents in general.
Yeah,
what a fun time.
They're really fun. Like there was one line that he said. I can't even remember it now, but everyone was saying it for like the next 2 weeks after Deadpool and Wolverine. Like I heard it constantly.
I mean, is it the I'm gonna be somebody, something like that?
Yeah, it was so funny. It's seeing it written out is way funnier too. But also, I do just love Channing Tatum. And he's kind of like that Ryan Gosling, where he's had a love for a character for so long.
Yes.
That he's just like being like, dude, please let me play this character. And you can tell he just loves it and wants to do it right.
Yeah, it was one of those things where I'm like, I'm not sure. Like watching Deadpool and Wolverine, I'm like, I'm not sure if Channing Tatum's the right fit for Gambit, but like,
But it's fun to see him there.
yeah, like
I agree.
I'm happy he got it.
Yeah.
Because he was gonna have the solo film, and then it got ripped from him.
Yep.
And then so for him to have that moment, he gets it again here in Secret Wars. Before Marvel's like, okay, we're gonna do what we want, right?
I think 15 years ago it would have been better for him.
A little bit.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know. He's almost like too like muscular.
Built. Yes,
Too built
I agree.
for Gambit.
Gambit's kind of a skinnier character. He kind of just looks a little like he should be in an alleyway smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, he's sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Channing Tatum is
he's
not
a little bit
sneaky.
slimmer dude. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
So, yeah.
Anyways.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
My number 3 is Magneto.
Mm.
And my love for Magneto comes a lot from Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
Because, my lord, you want to see a master class in acting for a villain character?
Gosh,
it is
unreal.
Michael Fassbender as Magneto.
Yep.
Magneto, like, if you just think of, like, when Magneto was first introduced, it was like, he's just your typical villain or whatever. But the fact that they were able to flesh it out, tie it into World War II with Nazi Germany, and have that, like, fuel the fire for him in the sense of this is why he hates humanity. And you're like, fair enough.
Yeah, you're like, I kind of want to side with Magneto here.
Watching Fassbender, I believe it's in First Class, get his revenge on a couple people from the camps.
Yeah,
Gnarly,
when he's sitting
dude.
in the office and oh yeah,
and that's when he first, like, the mutant powers really get manifested. Yeah,
yeah. I liked him at what's the scene where he's like a metal working shop.
Yeah,
whatever.
that was oh geez.
He's like a blacksmith or something like that.
That might have been Days of Future Past.
I don't know what it was.
I think it was after First Class. I think it was Days of Future Past, and he tries to, like, clean up his act, and then they all come back after him. He's like, I just wanted to live in peace, man, and then he kills them all, and you're like,
oh, so sick.
Yeah. It's either that or it's like the opening of Apocalypse. It's one of those two movies.
I don't think it's Apocalypse.
I want to say it's Days of Future
right.
Past.
I think it's
but
Days of Future Past.
No, Days of Future Past. He was in prison underneath the Pentagon, so I think it was Apocalypse.
Interesting.
Fun fact.
What a bummer of a movie, though.
Yeah,
too,
I know.
Which sucks that
But
that's such a good
sick
scene.
scenes.
Yeah.
But Michael Fassbender, well, not Michael Fassbender, but Magneto.
Yeah.
Is my number 3 just for all the character development they've done for that character, to see him actually come to Charles' side when he needs to.
Yeah.
Magneto is probably one of the best written characters in comics. So Magneto's my number 3.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
And my number 2?
Yeah.
My number 2 is Nightcrawler. I love me some Nightcrawler.
Interesting pick.
X-Men 2, when he first appears and goes after the president, essentially.
That's pretty cool scene. Yeah.
So sick. Watching him teleport all the way around, and then all of a sudden, I'm excited because he's going to be back in Doomsday.
Yeah.
It's going to be sick. So, and Nightcrawler is one of those really cool characters as well that, just well written in the sense of they've made him into this blue devil looking guy, and then he's like the most Christian, like, character, period, talking about God, and like you're like, oh, like this is actually a really cool, like, dynamic for that, because he's one of the mutants that is getting picked on for his looks, because he's one of the mutants that can't hide in the public eye. He has to actually be careful and smart with where he's going. And in the movies, he was in the circus. He might have been in the circus too in the comics, but I always have thought that the Christian aspect of, like, him learning to accept who he is through his faith is a really cool thing that they don't really do too much outside of, like, Daredevil. Yeah. So I've always enjoyed that with Nightcrawler. And also, the moveset's sick, and I love it when they give him a sword and they turn him into, like, this swashbuckler, and it's like, why not?
Yeah, let's
dude,
do it.
Why not?
Yeah.
Let him have a pirate ship. I don't care. It's fun. I've got Nightcrawler at number 2.
Yeah, that's an obscure pick. I'm here for it. I love it. What am I at? Number 2? Beast.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of an obscure pick as well. I shouldn't say obscure because he's like one of the main X-Men, but it's not
One of the
someone you would
foundationals.
expect. Yeah, at number 2. I just like the idea. It's kind of a similar. I hate that they added Professor Hulk now because it kind of is like the same exact character as Beast. A little bit.
A little.
Which is a bummer. But I like the idea of it's similar to like your version of Nightcrawler, where he's kind of a Christian, but he looks like a devil. It's like, no, this is a really big guy that you'd think is just like, oh, but he's actually a genius, and that's like pretty cool.
And chill.
And yeah, super chill. Yeah.
Yeah, Beast really grew on me with like the X-Men, so the first X-Men cartoon before X-Men 97. So the
even
original
older
series,
yeah.
X-Men series.
Oh, like the not
so what the X-Men 97 was built off of. Yes. So that was a series to that X-Men cartoon that's like well established. Beast is phenomenal in that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think he's a great character. I like him. Number 1, right? It's me again. Yeah. I had Magneto number 1.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think only because of the scene where he's in that shop and just destroys
just
everyone.
One scene puts Magneto over.
I think, like you said, Michael Fassbender made that character like actually likable and understandable, and I think that's a really cool. Like, I think the one comparison that we have in the MCU to that as of right now is like a Killmonger style of character where it's like you actually understand where he's coming from a little bit.
Yeah, so Magneto has gone 2 for 2 on actors because Ian McKellen was also phenomenal, but you don't get to see why he is the way that he is.
Yeah, you don't relate to him as well either.
But the respect for Charles has always been there, even in that version too, which I always appreciated.
And their relationship dynamic that they do in the movies.
Yeah, and then you watch X-Men First Class, which is a phenomenal movie, and you watch that and you're like, that is like, holy crap. Masterclass for both Charles and Magneto, where you finally see the departure between the two, but then they end up always working together again, and then
and great casting for Professor X as well.
Yeah,
yeah.
McAvoy doesn't get enough credit for that.
No, he doesn't.
I agree.
Yeah, I think So that's my number 1.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed that they're not like, hey, we're gonna bring McAvoy and Fassbender back. What do you think?
I don't know why they wouldn't.
They could totally do it.
It would go well,
dude. Fassbender.
They're probably old enough now they could actually still play.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
I know.
Maybe they will. You never know.
It's too late.
I don't know.
Jensen Ackles has been heavily rumored to be the next Magneto.
I haven't actually seen him in anything. I know you're a big Jensen. Oh, yes, I have. He was in The Boys?
He is in The Boys. Yeah. I haven't seen him in Supernatural or The Boys, but I've just heard he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah. My number 1, golly, this list was so hard. I have Apocalypse at number 1.
Oh. He was done so dirty.
He was done so dirty, but comics, Apocalypse.
Yeah.
If you want a really good Apocalypse read Age of Apocalypse when he freaking wins and takes over. I cannot, first of all, he's the first mutant, okay? But I also have always just loved the 4 Horsemen concept. Yeah. I've always loved it, and I've always loved a character, good or bad, that has the interesting power and capability to enhance somebody already, right? Yeah. Like the impact he had with Angel in the comics, turning him into Archangel, the Horseman of Death, was like, holy crap, we just upgraded Angel by a lot, because at first Angel's just this dude with wings. Yeah. He ends up losing those wings, goes to Apocalypse, doesn't realize that Apocalypse is going to brainwash him in that process, but he's like, hey, why don't I give you like your wings back? And then all of a sudden they're metallic. He can shoot feathers at people. And again, he's the Horseman of Death. So he's kind of the main leader of the 4 Horsemen. And you've had really cool horsemen as well in the past. I think Wolverine's been a horseman a little bit. The Hulk has been the horseman, or the War. He's been War, which is insane. So just imagine the Hulk beefed up power-wise and just like...
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
Just being able to see Apocalypse work in that manner, yes, he gets done completely dirty. But I've also just loved the concept is he's not just like in favor of mutants. He's in favor of the strongest. So he doesn't care who you are. He wants the strongest available options because the strong in his head dominate the weak and deserve to rule over the weak. So just a really fascinating villain entirely. And I hope if he is done, he's done properly.
He better be. They gotta cast him good.
He's so good, and don't kill him because half the
They always
cool
do.
nuance is that he doesn't die. He's immortal.
Yeah.
So I love me some Apocalypse, but Apocalypse is my number one mutant.
Was the one that you said one should be on both of our lists? Was that Charles Xavier?
No, I didn't have Wolverine.
Oh, interesting. But I feel like that's fair because Wolverine really wasn't popular. I feel like until the movies. Like I feel like he's not in X-Men '97 at least. They don't make him a main character really, other than the fact that he's in the X-Men,
Which is kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy, but I also I get it. Like
I also like it though because there's so many other cool X-Men characters.
100%. He gets hyper focused on.
Yeah. So here's my honorable mentions because there were so many for me. I had Iceman used to be one of my favorites. He's kind of gone down a little bit, but Omega level mutant can freeze people from anywhere. Just another one of those guys that didn't get really highlighted in that original X-Men trilogy very well.
You got like one good scene.
I was hoping that with this X-Men cast, they would focus on the original 5. They've got 2 of them up there. So we don't have Beast, we don't have Angel, we don't have Iceman. Those were the original X-Men along with Jean and Scott. So Wolverine's on that list for obvious reasons. Rogue. She's phenomenal.
Yeah, I like Rogue.
I love Rogue.
Yeah.
Her moveset, sick.
Yep.
I also loved the things after the Rogue announcement was made for live action. People were like, please take her powers from Carol Danvers. Because that's how she gets like the permanent flying and super strength is because she trains Carol Danvers.
That'd be awesome.
So funny. And they could do it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. They could make it happen.
Kitty Pryde.
Yeah.
Shadowcat.
Yeah.
I've always loved her in the comics. And then another one that I almost put on this list is Hope Summers from like her main, like, well, she had a lot in the comics, but one of her main storylines was in Avengers versus X-Men because she was the mutant messiah. She's the one who brought mutants back into population after Scarlet Witch pretty much said no more mutants and killed most of them or took away most of their powers, right?
Yeah.
So she her power set's sick too because she can copy any other power set around her and then amplify those powers as well. So she's just she's pretty sick.
That's wild.
It's pretty sick. So Hope Summers is in there too. So she's one of my like dark horse like underdog favorites.
Yeah, you wouldn't think of that one ever.
Yeah, they're not going to bring her in for a very long time. She's heavily connected to Cable and Jean Grey. Her origin is interesting. I'm not going to get into that, but like Googling, you'll be like, okay, yeah. So it is like a Messiah birth, essentially. Is
interesting.
She has a mom and no dad. So the Phoenix Force is her father. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, interesting.
As to why she is.
So.
Yeah,
and then you get Hope. So, So, dude, there's so many cool mutants in comics, and we could go on and on with all the other ones. If Deadpool was a mutant, he would be my number one. But
obviously
he's not a mutant. No. They made him one in the movies, but he's not technically one in the comics.
Well, they made him one only in the original X-Men movies. Didn't they not one technically?
I don't even know. It's so complicated. Deadpool is so complicated. I didn't put him on here because I don't think he's your old school classic mutant.
No, I agree with that.
Which is unfortunate, but because otherwise he would be my number one. It wouldn't be even close. It'd be like 1 and then...
See, he wouldn't even make my list, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah, it is kind of nuts. And
you're just lying to yourself.
I'm not lying.
But you got anything else?
No, I think that's it. Thank you for having me again.
If this is it, thank you for stepping in.
Of course. And Jordan, we miss you.
Jordan owes you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan, you owe him.
I don't know. I don't think he owes me anything. I think he missed out on like the 2 best podcast weeks.
And Jordan owes me like cough drops or something because I don't talk this much, and that is bullcrap. All right, I am paid to not do all. I'm not paid at all. What am I talking about?
Maybe someday.
So, but yeah, it's been good, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad you could step in.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
So on that note, Godspeed.
Peace.